the outside things will improve me, right? It's like if I looking for love in all the wrong places.
From the Big Island of Hawaii, welcome to Aloha Speaks, home of Malama Aloha Pono by Alexander Noman, offering relief for all relationships with a focus on anger assessment and resolve.
Aloha, Alex here with Aloha Speaks once again. And it could seem like beating a dead horse, and that's what the mind wants to say all the time, in the name of denial. The same old thing. That's the name of the video, the same old thing, because that's what it is every day. The same challenge every day. It's the two, I call them lies, the invitations, the outside things that will improve me. It can be anything. I talked about it before. That's why it seems like, oh, this again. But it's every day. It's like, oh, but if I do this, then I'll feel better, or it'll do the trick. If I get in a relationship, whatever it is, it can be anything. So that's one. I said two things, right? The other is the other is like, as I go through the day, because inevitably it's going to happen, I'm going to have some kind of interaction, something's going to happen that was unexpected, and all of a sudden it's like something's not going to go my way, and I'm not going to like it. All of a sudden I find I'm upset. Some form of angry, some form of irritated, aggravated, thrown off. And it looks like, there's the lie, it looks so clearly like it's due to that outside influence. So the heading of this video is the same old thing, but in parentheses, it's an inside job. This is all about the inside job. And if I went to the end first, this is about how powerful the subconscious is. But here's where we're going to go. The first one of the two, where it's the outside things will improve me, right? It's like if I looking for love in all the wrong places. That's I've talked about timelesstoday.com, where Prem Rawat has countless videos and is so qualified to address that, and has the course on PEAK, P-E-A-K, Peace, Education, and Knowledge. In fact, he's known. He's known as the Global Ambassador of Peace. Now, he doesn't call himself that. In fact, he says we are the ambassadors of peace, because we carry that. Of course. It's like, yes, that peace is in me. But that's where, so that's not my business. So it's the other one, where there's that lie, that false, but it looks so real. And it's every day. Both of these is an everyday practical challenge. And I have to deal with it because I admit that I'm like food every day is in my life. So I have the overeater addiction. Man, like all I need to do is have a little sugar and I can't stop. It's like it overpowers me and I just can't stop. I just keep eating and eating and eating whatever ice cream or whatever has the sugar in it. I just keep going. Same with chips. I can't have just a handful of chips. As soon as those chips hit my mouth, I eat the whole bag until I was 225 pounds. I'm not even 5'8". I used to be 5'8", but now that I'm older, I've shrunk a little. 225 from just, I can't. It's a keystroke away to day trade, gambling. It's overpowering. As soon as it gets in me, I can't stop. Alcohol, my drug of choice. No. That's why it's total abstinence is what is required for me, because if December 12th of 2012, that was my last drink. Thing. It's only because that desire has been lifted. Because if it goes in my body, there's no such thing as a couple drinks. It's just until I can't drink anymore. It's every day. The alcohol is everywhere. The food, the sugar, the chips, they're everywhere. The keystroke is right in front of me to day trade. Right here. Going through life, getting upset is in front of me. And that lie that the circumstance that happened at the time I became upset was the cause of it is right in front of me. Lie. So, but it did. It wasn't there. The feeling wasn't there until that person did what they did. So it had to cause. The feeling came from me. I know that only because I've done the work that I've done, I already know that the feeling came from me. It's in me, that irritation, that aggravation. It's impossible. That person didn't come and put it in me. So where did it come from? It came from, here's the tricky part, because it gets complicated. The subconscious. There's a tricky thing that went, and I don't know if I talked about Dr. Jung, Carl Jung. He really got into it. We talk about complicated. He called it the unconscious. Same thing I call the subconscious. So many patterns. So much stuff. Is controlling things behind the scenes that I don't have a clue of. That's complicated. And there are complicated things going on in there. The beauty, and I'll get to that part. The beauty is that consciousness is more powerful. And even Dr. Jung, in his students, just complicated even more. But in reading his book, he made it even clear that The consciousness is more powerful. Now, as soon as that is clear, no matter how complicated the subconscious is, that's all that's needed. The consciousness is more powerful. That consciousness is connected to the heart, not the mind. The mind may very well be, could be, is, I'm not wanting to be a know-it-all, I don't want to be a philosophical, connected to the subconscious. Whatever. The consciousness is connected to the heart. Simple, powerful, most powerful. The unwinding is where Malama Aloha Pono comes in, to have some insight on what that is, that subconscious, where there is the ability to blame, because then there comes in, blame even the subconscious. Malama Aloha Pono can even undo that. No need to blame. Clarity. There's lies, misunderstandings, all for good purpose, in their time, a long time ago, have nothing to do with now. Now is now. Simple, powerful, sweet, and for now. Until next time, aloha. And to close, clicking on the thumbs up icon supports Aloha Speaks, as well as clicking on the free subscribe tab. Mahalo.